And hello fellow Tankers, Space Bandit here with another episode of World of Tanks. And today we are on map Heilbronn in the E50M. One of my favorite tier 10 tanks, believe it or not. I still like this tank and I play it quite a bit. So today we have a game that's going to be close. And from what you guys have shown me in the past is the fact that you like close games. So it's not going to be spectacular damage. Actually, we're going to do a lot of driving around the map because it's a big map. But trust me, it's going to be mostly strategic driving, right? At least that's what I'm going to try to do. So first things first, I was going to go up on top of the hill with this tank destroyer right here to do initial sniping. On this map, I like to snipe early. Don't overcommit too much, especially at tier 10. But I've realized that no one's actually going into position B7. So I usually expect some TDs sitting at B0, but I also like some TDs sitting at B7 to support the middle of the map. So I've realized that no one's here, so I'm like, okay, I'll be doing that. Why not? We see this light tank coming across. I'm gonna try to put a shell into him, but he turns and we just draw a critical. We don't even track him, unfortunately. It would have been nice if we could at least track him, but we couldn't do it. So our light tank is doing the drive-by, and I was actually hoping that he was gonna stay mostly in the middle, somewhere in E5, because if he did, E5 or E6, because if he did, he would be spotting these guys in the middle of the map. And usually what happens on this map, medium tanks like to poke over position F5 or F6, mostly F5. And I would have shots from here onto these guys, like this guy right there. So we're gonna put a shell into him. And that guy was spotted actually by the medium tank at D7. And unfortunately, we're not going to reload in time in order to hit him. So we're going to try to stay patient here and see what develops. Like, I like to, on big maps like this, when they're quite open, I like to stay a little bit back and see what develops. And I'd like to see what the distribution of the team is, of our team and the distribution of the opposing team. Now, I see most of the red tanks in the city, in the town. So now we're going to make our move because it looks like on this side of the map, the Reds didn't make any push at all. So what I'm going to try to do is, well, there's two ways to do it. One way is go in the middle and try to engage him directly. Or two is flank around from a zero line. And if you guys know my game style and if you know how I like to play, I like to cover my flanks. I like to make sure that there's nothing flanking me from one side or the other. I know there's a light tank over there right now, but he's dropping. And I was thinking to myself, you know what? I need to come over this way because last thing I want is some red tanks scooting down this lane or the zero line and flanking us if I were to go in the middle. So that's exactly what I'm going to do, is I'm going to go up here. Another option would have been to stay near the base and defend the base, but I figured, you know, may as well make a push with my team, at least clean one flank, and then get myself into the middle of the map. Once I would get myself into the middle of the map, I could catch these guys coming out of town, right? That's what I was thinking anyway. So we see this machine over here. We should have a shot at him soon enough because he's going to go after a light tank. We're going to try to track him. Yes, we do. We put a shell into him and we track him. Now we're going to go hold down here, so he's going to have a hard time hitting us. And I was actually going for a track here again, but for whatever reason, this shot doesn't track him, and he gets away, unfortunately. So let's see if we can get him here. No, we can't. So he gets away, but he goes towards our heavy tank, and he gets taken out anyway. Now we're going to clean up this 53 TP, and we're going to put a side shot into him, and that way we just clean up the flank. So what happened here is we recognized the situation that the enemy team went into town. We were able to clean up this flank. At the same time, probably our tanks that are currently at 2 line, they're not going to survive. They're going to die. Now I was hoping I could get a shot at this grill, and he's gonna be one of the key players that stays alive for the enemy team, and he played a decent game. But he gets away, unfortunately. So at this point I was thinking, okay, we gotta get rid of this Centurion Action X, but he's not a dumb player, and he's gonna drop. He's gonna get away. So I'm gonna come up here. I don't spot him. And I was gonna approach him directly. That's what I was thinking. Probably that's what I should have done. I don't know why I did this. Instead of I decided to go on top of this hill right here. What I probably should have done is pushed him and taken him out of the game. That was probably one mistake that I made right there. Because one gun out of the game, you know, it's always better to take the guns out of the game. But the reason why I went on top of this hill right here, because I could potentially have shots into those guys that are coming out of town and going into our area of the map and trying to cap. Right? Here we spot the Centurion AX. But at the same time, these guys coming out of town will have shots at me because I'm spotted. So I'm going to drop here. Because I don't know if there's anyone actually in the middle of the map at A line, let's say A4 or A5, somewhere around there. But now that I'm unspotted, I'm going to come up here again and see if we can spot anybody coming through the middle. I was hoping maybe some of the reds are going to come through the middle, but they haven't. So, two options now. Support the guys that are capping or support our base. So I've chosen to support our base and try to decap in case this guy cleans up. And I've chosen to go and protect our base because I didn't know what was coming at this point. We see AMX-30B over there, but we didn't know whether there was any more tanks coming trying to cap our base. So we're going to try to help this tier 9. And that's exactly what we're going to do. And the opposing team actually played it smart because they all turned around to go back and defend their base as well. Unfortunately, before we get there, this guy gets taken out by our TD. And okay, what to do now? It's a very close game. All of a sudden it's 3v4. We do have advantage in tanks, but the opposition has advantage in RDs. And on a big map like this, RD has big advantage. So I see my object going this way, so I thought to myself, I'll do exact same thing. Let's see if we can go with him and spot whoever's remaining on the opposing team. There's 60 TP and a grill remaining on the opposing team. 60 TP gets spotted right there. And I know where he is, so I decided to go around here and see if I can get some side shots into him. But at the same time, when I'm crossing through here, we spot the grill, and grill spots us, unfortunately. So we're going to use our HP at this point. I wanted to see if this grill was going to penetrate me, whether he was paying attention to me. He actually was paying attention to me, and he did penetrate me. And RD is focusing me at the same time. So I'm being a little bit over-aggressive here, to be honest. But I needed to put some damaging shots, damaging hits here. Just to show the opposition that I'm here to play. I'm not here to just kind of hide and run away, right? So we're going to try to approach from this side. 60 TP is looking at us, and we don't have a shot at him, unfortunately. And I think our object is shooting HE. Because the Polish tank just got damaged for like 70 HP, right? Maybe he just saw 60 TP's turret, so he switched to HE. That could be it. So, what to do at this point? So, our TD is sitting and defending the base. Looks like our medium tank is sitting and defending the base. So, I thought to myself, you know what? This is my cue. I think I gotta go and do something about it. I got mobility. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to flank these guys from the side. First of all, if I go through here, if I spot anyone in between the buildings, I could take shots at them. 2, the main idea here is to go and take out RD out of the game, because RD is the R.N.G at this point, and we don't want R.N.G fucking us over. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. So we're gonna push through here, see if we can spot anyone. We can't spot anything. Now this is a bit scary here because we are approaching the open map, and I don't like situations like this, so I decided to scoot inside the city here, so that way I'm safe. Even if I've gotten spotted, I can go dark, and in the worst case I can turn around, go back to defend my base, right? Because if I alert the opposition that I'm here and they know that I'm here, then there's no point by myself going in here. The only reason I'm doing this is because I'm unspotted and I have the element of surprise. If I can drop on the arties like this guy here and they don't know where I am, that will allow me to stay stealthy and potentially win the game just by doing this. I have good crew in this tank, all vision perks. So here we see the grill. We behind the bush when we took that shot, but grill spotted us anyway, so now we're gonna have to drop and run off. And yeah, that's not a good situation because grill knows where I am, arty knows where I am. What's gonna happen here, I'm isolated. We spot another arty by the way here, but I'm isolated, so grill's probably gonna come after me, and quite likely 60 TP is gonna start paying attention to me as well. So we need to find a way to take this arty out of the game and not take any hits. So I was trying to fool him to see if he can shoot here. He didn't shoot. We're gonna come around from this side of the rock, and unfortunately he was paying attention, but we are able to put a hit into him, and we should be able to take him out of the game. We can just slightly see his gun, but we aim properly and we take him out of the game. Now all of a sudden Gorilla is coming after us, so what do? I want to get high ground. So that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm getting up here because he's not going to expect that. He's going to try to come around and put a big shell into me, right? He looks at my HP and he knows that I'm a one-shot. At the same time, it looks like our medium tank decided to come and approach the arty, and he's going to take him out of the game. As you can see, the grill is confused. He's like, what do? Do I go up? Do I go after him? I don't know what the hell happened with my shot. And grill missed his shot too. I don't understand what happened, because with the accuracy of this gun, I should have been able to hit him. Anyway, we put a shell into the grill. Now I'm just hoping that he's not going to high roll me. And luckily, he doesn't high roll me, so we should be able to take him out of the game. And we do. And now we're going to poke out and see if the 60 TP is coming after us. He's looking at us, so we're going to have to back out really quickly. He fluffs his shot, fortunately, so we should be able to put a shell into him. And we do. And at this time, we're just going to hang around here, and we're going to wait for our medium tank to approach him. So I was going to wait here for our medium tank to come in and take the 60 TP out of the game. And I was just waiting, because if he gets spotted, I might have shots and put him in a crossfire right here. But for whatever reason, our object is not spotting him. And now I realized I'm in a bad position, because if 60 TP pokes over the ridge, he would have shots at me. So I'm going to try to back out as far as I can. And hopefully, he's not going to be paying attention to me. Honestly, he should have probably poked over the ridge and he should have shot me down. But instead, he went after the object and he shot him down. So I was going to approach him here, but then I realized, you know what? If he pokes out from around the ridge, he will be able to shut me down. So I decided to play it safe. At the same time, our FV decided to move up, and he takes him out of the game. Whew. Pretty close game. It came down to, what, 3v3 at the end. Quite exciting. I live for those games, guys. And even though it's only class 3, nothing spectacular, I still think some of those games are harder than some of the ace tankers I get, to be honest. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. That's it for now. Until next time, happy tanking, Space Bandit, check it out.